Gotta get staying, gotta get staying. Let's see. Hey, Gerald, how's it going? Thrive Health, Thrive Health Growth, I think that's what it is. How is it going? How's it going? We are in the last little bit set up here. Just want to make sure I can see everybody's messages and the chat and all that kind of stuff. So we got that good. And hold on, hold on. I'm trying to pull up TikTok chat. See, now for the other platforms. Hold on. I don't know where all of this coming from. Let's mute for a second. Too much feedback happening. There we go. I think we're good now. How y'all doing? I'm having some tech issues. I am not figuring out where this extra feedback is coming from. Maybe it's this. There we go. I think I fixed it. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get this intro done and starting out the way. I appreciate the hearts and love and everything already. Hey, everybody, welcome in, welcome in. Real quick, if you are on the one of the other platforms, Facebook or YouTube, well, everybody, let me know where you guys are. But if you guys are catching a replay over on Facebook or YouTube, hashtag replay. Let me know what let me know where you're tuning in from, first of all, and also if you have questions or comments, still put them in the section because I will circle back and answer them for you. But for everybody else, let's go ahead and get the regular intro kicked off. My name is Daryl Ward. I am with the Notary, Know-How, Georgia, which means I am a commissioned commissioned Georgia. Wow, I'm a commissioned notary in the beautiful state of Georgia, where I think is one of the most difficult states to grow this notary business. Some people are saying North Carolina is. I'm like, I don't think so, but I believe it is Georgia. But I am here because I want to create a place where we can learn, we can grow, we can share the best tactics without the gatekeeping, right? So it's a safe space for me and my notary buddies to get together, like I said, to learn, grow, share all the best tactics and the best tips and tricks and all that kind of stuff. I have a few announcements to make before we always get started off. Number one, this is a space where we respect each other. Again, we respect each other. We are here to uplift and support each other. We may say truth. It may sting a little bit, but we do not tear people down here. We're here to build them up. The other thing, real quick, I have a notary buddy community. Y'all know I always got to talk about it. It is 100% open to join. So any notary across the nation is welcome to join the notary buddy community. If you're on a beautiful TikTok over here, just go to the link in my bio. See a little thing up top where, well, I think there it is. There's a little logo at the top of the screen. If you click on that, another screen will pop up. You click on that link, and it will take you over to my profile. And in my profile, I know there's a lot of links, right? There's a only link, one link left in my profile. If you click on that, it'll be an invitation to the Notary Buddy community. You have to answer the three questions. Once you answer the three questions, I will let you in the community, right? We'll celebrate you and we'll bring you on in. Well, Ladero, what the hell is in the community? Everybody else, there's going to be a saved comment in the pinned post, however you say it. So you guys can get the link there. What's in the community? There's a ton of free resources for you guys. There's a ton of free resources to help you grow a bigger and better, stronger notary business. I don't teach you how to be a notary within the community, but you're welcome to ask your question. We will be having more community-based events over there. So we'll just get on the live. I know I've been promising this for you guys for a minute, but we will get on the live. We'll talk about the stuff that's in the community. We'll go deeper and dive deeper into your questions. If you have questions about marketing, we'll talk about that as best as I know how, right? I was a part of a Clubhouse group this morning where we were talking about social medias. What's the best one for our notary business? I need help, right? We talked about that. I was so privileged today to help. I was brought up and I was asked to talk about it. If you're in a community, I did just share the link so you can listen to that replay about that whole conversation because there was some really good stuff mentioned, not just by me, but by others that are in the room as well. So if you need to, revisit that, or if you haven't visited it, go check it out. Again, that is posted in the community. I just posted. But other than that, other stuff in the community, we have free courses in there, right? Free mini courses, I should say. We have stuff like how to price your notary business. I provide you a pricing calculator, which others are selling for $97. I did not rip their calculator off and redo it. I thought about my business and what do I need, and I love spreadsheets. So I just put everything in a spreadsheet for you. So the calculator is spreadsheet based. Put all your own information in there. There's a mini course that goes along with it that teaches you how to do all of this so you can actually find where your pricing should be in your notary business, right? It's a starting point. You would have to make sure you implement your own state laws and state codes and things like that because every state's different. I cannot build it one for every single state. That's crazy. So you guys have to do a little bit of legwork, but after you do it, you're golden. All the information there for you. What else? I know a lot of you guys are interested in apostilles these days, right? I do have an apostille mini course in there that comes from my output, like my perspective, I should say, as a Georgia notary and how I do it in the states that I've worked with and working through their process. There's many examples. It's not just an example of the state that I live in, right? There's an example of other states, and we also talk about the FBI level as well. So we do that and we do all of it for you. So that's what you can find in there. And I think that's about it for the announcements. Any other thing I got to say? Oh, you know what? Today we were definitely going to talk about the events. This will happen. I shouldn't have waited this long. The event that I attended last week. I turned the fan on. It's too high. I got to turn it down a little bit. All right. So yeah, we'll talk about that. But I think that's all for the announcements today. So welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. And a quick recap. If you have a question, definitely go ahead and put it down in the comments so we can help you in your notary business. I say we because it's not just me. Others are going to be helping out as well. So welcome in, welcome in. If I didn't welcome you in yet, I will get to it. But hi. Okay, cool. Rihanna's almost over. Let me pull up the other websites so I have everybody there. Hey, Christy, how's it going? How is it going? Oh, let's see. Sorry, I got a few messages on Facebook. I just need to close all of those real quick. When I say a few, there's like freaking 20 over here. This is why I don't get back to people. I apologize. I get lots of messages. Lots of messages. Okay, Riri's done. Now let's go ahead and turn on our normal background music. If y'all don't know, this is what I do. I have background music going so we can talk and we can chat. And it's a whole vibe over here, right? A whole vibe going. Let's get it going. Nothing here, right? Not sponsored. $5 Sip Club every month. Okay. Hey, Chris J, how's it going? How's it going? So let's go ahead and get this bad boy kicked off. First of all, do you guys have any questions? Let's do it. Put it in the comments. Have the ability to chat with me, I will bring you up on stage so we can chat together. So this will be beneficial for more than just one person. This will be beneficial for the group. Let me know if there's something you would like to do. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out why y'all so low over there. Let's see if I can lift Facebook up a little bit. What did I do? I do see we have a new member, Miss Crystal. Make sure I get you in there. Hey, Nay, how's it going? Look, I know y'all don't ever meet her in person or digitally, but my girl Nate, she just hopped out. She's busy. She's probably not gonna be here the whole time. But Nate, I appreciate you hopping on and listening. For a quick thing. So if y'all have questions about the notary space, go ahead and let me know. Again, I'm a commissioned Georgia notary, so therefore you will get information from my perspective as a Georgia notary. So if you got things that I'm probably not going to ask, but I will direct you to other people, or it's probably just a simple let's look at your notary handbook and figure it out together, right? So let me go ahead and readjust this now that I can see. Hey Muriel, how's it going? How's it going? Muriel, how did you were doing something? I'm trying to remember. How did it go, or has it not happened yet? Because I talked to quite a few people. I love that you guys are like reaching out to me, especially those of you who joined the Notary Academy, utilizing that lifeline. Definitely, that's what I'm here for. But yeah, let me finish talking about my girl May. So May is amazing. Y'all know I ain't just saying it because you're here, right? We ain't just doing that because you're here. But y'all know a lot of times I always say how when I have a deeper question or had a deeper question, I have my line of defense. I will definitely go to the clerk's authority, right? I will, well, first of all, I go to my notary handbook, which I just moved. Babe, can you pass me my books? Right there. I just cleaned off my desk. It is so nice and uncluttered. So my first line of defense is my notary handbook, right? I go here, I learn, I read, I do all the things. If I'm still not understanding, I call the clerk's authority. And then line 3, after I did my handbook, I talked to the clerk's authority. That's who's over us for the state of Georgia. Some of y'all list probate courts, some of you it's the Secretary of State, right? We have the clerk's authority out here in Georgia. And as soon as I'm done with that, guess who I'm reaching out to? Nay, what is your interpretation of this, right? When I told you guys about Notary Academy before, Nay was the advisor, and I hope she's coming back because why not have 2 really strong advisors, right? I'm just messing with you, but they would be the person I would ask these questions like, hey, what's your thought on this? Like, how? Let me run this by you on the notary handbook because this is what I understand. This is my interpretation. This is what I'm being told by them. Is it the same what you're hearing, right? And you all need a notary buddy like that that's going to talk the real talk with you, like the business behind the business talk. Like, let's understand this and Nate's that person for me, right? Even though we may not talk nearly as much, because I like to go. It is what it is. But you all need a notary buddy like that. We need a notary buddy like that. We can ask those hard questions. Let's get to the bottom of this. Let's do this legally. Y'all know on Monday I had my whole conversation about we raised our right hand. We took that oath, and some of y'all must have forgotten that you took an oath, and you're doing some crazy things out there. We don't do that here, right? You took that oath. We need to stand by that oath, and that's why a lot of aspects of my business has changed because I went back and I did some self-reflecting. I read this book back cover to cover, yada yada yada, and I'm like, you know what? Let's not play in the gray area. Let's just go ahead and do this on the up and up and get it done completely the right way. Anyway, what questions y'all got? What questions y'all got? Oh, look, we got some stuff over here happening on the Facebook. Oh, sorry, let me check YouTube real quick. Okay, YouTube, you're still good. Muriel says, "Hi there. Yes, it all went well. It was a piece of cake. Thank you so much. I'm glad. That your notary appointment went well. Love it, love it, love it." Nay said she has her process server hat on right now. So look, she's a woman of many talents. I told y'all I'm not focused enough to do all these different things, but I know here in Georgia the process server. Don't ask me questions, y'all. If y'all got questions about that, we'll have to help you out. But I know it's not just as easy as let me just do this. You have to get. I'm about to mess it up, Nate. Don't get mad at me. You got to get approval and like some kind of uh, oh my gosh, clearance, if you will, from each county. And it's not like, oh, let me just start today. It's a process. After they introduced me to the process, and then I was at a training where somebody talked about it, I'm like, cool, that's a lot. You can make decent money. I don't think that's for me, just because I have too many problems focusing, right? So, but Nay is a person, if y'all have questions about, at least you want an introduction to it, right? She may refer you to someone else who actually does the training, who does all that kind of stuff. But if you want an introduction to that, it is a great resource. Hey, what's your website? I don't know if you can type right now, but I know she has. I'm looking for the part of your website that has like the Notary Plus Plus, so we can share that with the people. As I will drop that in my community. Uh, I'm trying to see if I can find it as well. So if y'all know what I'm talking about, especially for those out here in Georgia, this will be very helpful for you. Anybody else can look at it as well. But Nate has a space, notary needs, I believe, with a Z. She has a space on her website where it's called Notary Plus Plus, and it just lists a lot of things that we can do. Like this, that's you don't have to be a notary to do these things, like field inspections and stuff like that. But it's other things that being a notary opens up a world of other things for you. Where the heck is it? I have no idea. Notary mobile. Okay. Let me see. Did she post it yet? Let me see. Yet. It's not for the. She's saying yet. Don't count myself out of process survey plan. It's not for me yet. But I did find Nate's website. I just have to remember it. And let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Um, I'm just trying to find that one page so I can post that exactly. I may have to look it up a little bit later, but I know it's on here. But there, unless it's been moved, they let me know if you did move it. But she has a Notary Plus Plus section, which is be very helpful if you guys are like, Found it. Found it. Okay, cool. I'll make sure I share this in the group, in the community. Facebook, I'll just post it there because it is a closed Facebook group. But if you guys know community I'm talking about, it's a Notary Know-How Georgia. It is a free community. And we have all these resources there for you guys. Again, you just saw it's not just all about me. It's not just all about me. If I see resources or if I come across resources for my other, like from other individuals out there that have compiled them, I will share them with you guys. Of course, I'll let you know if there's a fee associated with it. But Nate has compiled a whole thing on a page on her website. Like I said, I'll be posting in the community where there's a whole thing like, hey, you're in this space. Here's some other things, plus things that you can do to offset your income to bring in additional income. Just looking at the list, and so it'll be an eye opener for you guys. Look, don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. I need you to stay focused on what your mission is. But if if you have the space, you have the bandwidth to do a few other things, here's a big old list. Big old list. So, so if I start typing it right now in the Notary community, I'm going to get too distracted. So let me just go over here and resources from others. I'm just going to post it real quick and I'll fix it later. Notary plus plus from Nay. And I'll fix it later. At least it's in there, so y'all don't get mad. Y'all can't get mad at me for forgetting because I did. All right, let's close that. Let's close that. Let's see what else we had over here. What else do we have over here? Miss Muriel says, have another today. Okay, cool. We have another appointment today. She took my advice and asking them like, oh, okay, cool. Now I remember what we were doing. I don't want to say too much unless you want me to say too much, or unless you want me to say exactly what it was. Hey, Tamika, how's it going? But let me know if I'm okay to tell them uh, the kind of appointment it was, if you're okay with that. Then we'll come back to that after I see your answer. Yeah, Miss Danielle, I posted it already in Notary Buddy. I know you're in there, and you're also in a Facebook group, so you can look at either one. And they link to her Notary Plus Plus stuff is on there. I stick to the direct page, so y'all don't get distracted looking for their website. While you're there, you might as well look at their website and see the services that she offers, and see if something that she's offering is in line with what you want to do. Um, but yeah, okay. Let's see what else we got over here. I'm just waiting on Muriel to let me know if she wants me to talk about her stuff or not. But let's keep on going. Let's do a quick recap until Muriel says gives me the thumbs up. Yeah, type out a long thing. You can type a thumbs up if you want. More thumbs down. So this past weekend, I did attend a few notary events. I still couldn't find. I cleaned my desk. It looks nice over here. It looks real nice. Y'all know what kind of mess I be working in. But I could not find the rest of my notes. I have a whole other page of notes. It was just a loose leaf paper. You know what? Write this in my note journal. Because I told y'all this is a secret of mine. I know TikTok you can barely see it, but I have a composition journal. I have many of them. I like the ones that are colorful. One of my favorite ones is the orange one. I have reds, blues, all that. And this is how I keep my notes for my business in here. And I do have one that's only for marketing. I have another one that's for ideas. I call them parking lot ideas. Those are ideas I think about in my business. And I was like, you know what? I don't have the bandwidth or the money or the time. Most of the time, it's the money to implement this right now. So let's put it in the parking lot, right? Put it in the back. We'll go through it and look at it another time. Another one that I use a lot. Now that I say that, I'm only mentioning this because you are here. I don't know what I just did with it. You know what? I think it's down here with my orange. Hold on, I'll be right back. Here it is. Look, so here's the orange one. Right, I have the orange one. Let's put that back on the floor because I don't need it right now. And then this one. I keep saying they did get this. Nate, did you do this in one of your events? Anyway, I have my gold one. Y'all know I don't break this one out often. This gold is for the golden ideas. When somebody mentions something to me that can help grow my business, I need to put something in here that Amy said. This when somebody mentions something, I'm like, that's an idea. That's on move the needle, right? Let me write it down in my golden journal. The golden one is cheap papery or something like that. I think I got this from one of Nate's events. This is the golden journal. This is the golden ticket. So only top tier stuff goes in this. Uh, I had something that, like I said, Amy mentioned this morning on the clubhouse. It was a really good idea. And I bet y'all won't know what it is, but yes, like I said, if you go to the Notary Better community, I'll also put it on Facebook as well. I will just share the link so you guys can listen to the replay of that. And I'm not just being trying to be weird. It was long. It was long. So put it on like 1.5 or 2 times speed if you can listen that quickly. Because I'm not. If I remember later, I'll do a recap of what we talked about. But you guys really should just listen to it. And not just because I was there, but because there's some good info that was mentioned. So hold on, Facebook, give me one second to grab that link. I think I can just copy the whole thing, and I will let's drop it in the Facebook. I think I can put it in there. Did I? Hold on. We don't want that. Where is the community? Right there. Bam. Um, I just saw your message. I didn't see you sent it. I just closed it real quick. Give me a second. Send me a message on Facebook. Y'all know I'm live, so why send me a message? Just ask your question. Are you trying to distract me? Okay, cool. Just posted it in the Facebook group as well. And for those of you on the live, I don't know if y'all can click on links, but here you go. Sorry, YouTube, I'm not posting that link directly out. So you guys have to join the Notary Better community or the Facebook group to get that link. So just because it is not mine, I got permission to set certain spots, and I'm making sure I stay in alignment with that. Okay, cool. So events that I attended. So last week there was an event out in oh my lord, it was I cannot remember now. That is embarrassing because I interrupted myself and started doing something. Anyway, the second event, I'll go back to this one. It was a 3-day event with what's her name? Is it? Oh my gosh, something starts with a D and something sh. Y'all help me out. Y'all know I'll be struggling. It was a Michigan Notary boot camp. That's what it was. I can't. Dashika. See, it's up there. It just takes a minute. It takes a minute to come back. It was a Michigan Notary boot camp with Dashika. There was some good information shared, of course. It was the first time that they decided to do like a split in person and on Zoom. So we were having some technical difficulties, but the people in person, I guarantee they got all the information. They got all the gems. So it was actually a really decent event in that aspect that we had the option to be there in person or be online. But a few things, dang it, because my notes from the Sheikah's event on that other page, it was good. What I will do, there is another recording of a recap of it that they produced, not me. I will share that as well. I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't remember what those notes are. Dang it. I swear I'm a little bit more put together than this. Lying. Y'all know this is just me after I'm done working and my brain's all frazzled and fried for the day. But anyway, let me try to think of some other good things that I heard from that event. There was a lot of stuff that was mentioned, like if you guys are doing remote online notarization, there was a lot of stuff about that and best practices on that. So that was good. I'll make sure I share that recap call that they had because I think they did it on Clubhouse as well. If some of y'all were there, please let me know. Please let me know. Yeah, Notary 10X, it was the Sheikah. Thank you so much, so much. Dion, where do you? No, I think you were on a different one. Notary 10X spoke on field inspections. Thank you. There's field inspections. There's quite a few things. My brain is just fried right now. Give me a second. But it was some really good stuff. Things that I did like that I was going to definitely take away from it. There was a few things to talk about marketing and the best ways to do it, and we already know about it. This was today's call as well on Clubhouse. Make sure you know who you're targeting, right? When you're going to be marketing, whether that's going to be posting stuff on social medias or if you're going to be doing paid marketing. I can't recall if that was spoken about at the boot camp, but make sure you know who you're going to be talking to first. And if you don't, that's okay. Because a lot of you guys are like, hey, I'm a brand new notary. I don't know. I don't have a clientele. I don't have one of these notary journals or multiple of these notary journals that's filled to the brim. Of course, I was like, I'm not going to pull on my notary journal tonight, so I packed it all the way back on the shelf, and now I'm reaching for one. Let's get my most current one, which is this. Um, I can't see that little background one. My grandma's behind me is clean now. I cleaned that. Oh, yeah, I can't tell. Clean that back there. There's not a ton of stuff back there now. Like some of you guys, I don't have one of these. I don't have a notary to have a lot of clients in there. I don't have a CRM. That's okay. Look, this is what I would recommend to you guys. When you are getting calls, right, or if you're being a witness, when you're being a witness for someone, see what type of documents they're notarizing. See what type of like what they're doing, who they're serving, and then you can start building your ideal clientele off of that. Like for me, here's an example, and I'm probably shooting myself in the foot with this. The few personal injury attorneys that I work with, their clientele rubbed me the wrong way. This is just my perspective, right? My perspective. Y'all can have a completely different one, and I can be shooting myself in the foot by saying this. But when I was released, or like when their clients were released on me, just so to say, they were a little bit more aggressive than my family law attorneys that deal with estate planning. Like their clients, they're put together. They're trying to build or they're leaving a legacy that they have built, right? So those clients are a little bit more relaxed. It's a little bit more nice, right? That's my vibe. When you have these other clients that are in personal injury, they need the money. They want the money. They're trying to get through the process. And I'm like, hey, doesn't matter if I stamp this now or 32 seconds from now. The money's not going to come in faster, right? That's been my experience. So I started learning that, you know what, hey, I'm not going to spend so much of my time targeting personal injury attorneys or their clients, right? So like that's one of the things know who you're going to be talking to. And another thing is making sure that when you are out there marketing and posting on social media for the biggest thing, um, like if you're trying to get clients or if you're trying to get notary followers to sell them something, please know the difference. That wasn't covered there, but it's just something I want to talk about. Another thing, y'all help me out. What else? Oh, look, y'all putting stuff in the chat. Thank you. Let's see, because a lot of us were there as well. Miss Notary 10X spoke on field inspections. Snyder spoke on fingerprinting. Thank you, Notary 10X. Look, you should be up here talking about this part. But look, let's talk about fingerprinting real quick. So y'all know I don't do it anymore. I don't offer that service just because there's a few things. If y'all don't have no background, I did ink and roll, and also I did live scan. I was a brand new newbie in the market doing live scan. There's somebody literally, I don't know, yards, but they were walking distance. They were 3 minutes from my office already offering live, like digital fingerprint, right? There was somebody 7 minutes the opposite direction. Well, not even the opposite, just further past them, offering live scan. And then there was somebody literally 8 minutes the other direction, offering the same service. And so I was a new kid on block when I first came in. I got a wave of people. I did. I got a wave of people, which made it feel like it was doing okay. But that was only because those other three did not update their licenses and all this kind of stuff. The new rules went into place because I had just started. I was already on the new systems and within the new rules when it comes to permits to carry, right? Things like that. So I was already in that aspect, or I was already there doing it. And so I was getting all their business because they could not legally fingerprint people. But as soon as they got back on track and they got everything done, my business almost disappeared overnight. And so I looked at it, I made executive decisions like, you know what, let's go ahead and squash this before I get any further in the hole. But then what about ink and roll? I was doing that. Y'all know I'm a little bit weird. I sweat a lot. My hands are always sweaty. Yes, we can put gloves on. I just did not want to do it anymore. Y'all know I make fun of it. I'm like, they're too close to me. I'm too close to them. I can smell their breath. I can smell exactly what they ate for dinner last night. I didn't want to do that anymore. So what did I do instead? This is what I did. For anybody that need digital fingerprinting, I reached out to one of those three companies. Well, I only had two options because the other one was a store, right? A PP store. I did not want to send people there. So I reached out to one of the companies. I made a good connection with them, and I always refer business over. When clients go there, I say, hey, make sure that you tell them Ladero sent you. Ladero the notary sent you. They know exactly who I am at this point. I sent them so much business. On the other side, you can roll. I partner, well, I say partner, but y'all know my girl Lisa. She's been busy lately, so she hasn't been able to hop on. I send all my ink and roll to Lisa, all of it. Which reminds me, I forgot, Lisa, I was supposed to follow up with you. Um, I had a client that I did a notarization for that needs fingerprints done, and I need to, I'll follow up with her because I totally forgot yesterday. I forgot to do that. So I'll make sure I do that, and I'll get back with you. I know she's not watching, but just in case. So I need this a mental note for me to talk to Lisa. You want to forget? So let me text myself. Follow up on fingerprint FP client. But anyway, Snyder was talking about that for Lisa. He was talking about his business and how he's been able to successfully have multiple five-figure months. Whether that's well, he gave a range, from whether that's 5 to 15 grand a month. He's been able to successfully pull these those kind of numbers off by offering fingerprinting and letting that become his stable business. So that was a really good thing. And another part about it was the automations. That was the biggest thing I took away from his section was the automations and building, running your business in a fashion where you're actually being a business owner. Because all those small things that we have to answer every single day, all the time. When people are like, obviously, there's things that we're going to constantly answer, like, what's the price? What's the price? We're going to always answer those because in notary space, a lot of individuals love the phrase, it depends, right? It depends, which it could. In some states, it could. Like out here for us in Georgia, when someone's like, I'm just checking messages. When someone's like, hey, how much is it? I need a notarization. How much is it going to be? And my thing is, I always say, I heard someone else say this, and I just tweaked it a little bit. I say, I would be happy to assist. Uh, what are you getting notarized? I'll be happy to assist you today. What type of documents are you getting notarized so I can provide you with the best possible quote? With the best possible quote, right? And so that's one of the things that I say to them. And so those kind of questions we're always going to have to ask. But when somebody's like, hey, uh, what are your hours? I'm trying to think of all the things that you guys like normal notaries, day-to-day notaries have to get questions on. But anyway, learning to automate that and put a system around it so you're not having to answer that all the time. One of my biggest things that slows me down, even though I absolutely love it, is invoices. Invoices, invoices, invoices. I need to move my invoicing system over, which I really already, I love Square. I built so much, I put so much love and care into Square, right? I need to move it into my CRM because I do have the ability to do that, but then I'd have to just rebuild the whole invoicing thing. I have to read, it's probably not going to take that long. They have to rebuild all of the products or services, right? I know it's services, but I just use it as products because I set it up that way and I'm too lazy to change it. So I have to redo all the services slash products that I offer. And so when somebody goes in does something, all I have to do is just do click, 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 and I literally they can even do it themselves if they're booking online, or if I do it internally, I just go click, 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 and it just sends them an invoice. And once they pay, then the system like automatically takes over. If the appointment is, let's just say, for 8:30 in the morning, and we know that my appointments average me 20 to 30 minutes, so I'll probably set it up by like 9:30. So an hour after the appointment's supposed to start, an automated message will go out saying, "Hey, thank you for utilizing our services." Blah blah blah. It'll be pretty awesome of you to give me a review, kind of deal, right? So those kind of things. That's what it is. Invoices and reviews kills me. That's my weakest spot in the business. I need to get better at it. That is, I mean, I get paid. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, okay, I did this on Monday. It's Friday. I should probably send the invoice out because on Fridays that is my invoicing day. But sometimes I do need to get better at like let's get it done now. And That's only for my attorney clients. If somebody down the street called me to do a notarization, you better believe they're paying right then and there. If I do create an invoice, it's just for my purposes because they paid either in cash or it was a granny. She gave me a check. I'm okay with that, right? I will deposit it as I'm walking out her front door, but I'm okay with it. I still will take it. And so I will create an invoice in Square just for tracking purposes and then send that paid invoice, mark it as paid, and send it over to them as a receipt so they have it as a breakdown, an itemized breakdown of my services. Um, so field inspections, and it's like I said, this 10x spoke about. We talk a lot about field inspections on here, so you guys, or in this space, so you guys already know about that. Someone did talk about wedding officiating, and wedding officiants. I dipped my toe in. I went all the way to Virginia to shadow your girl Ebony, my girl Ebony Locke, on doing weddings. We had a good time. Again, after doing that and having one wedding at my office, after getting all of that done, Ladero decided, hey, wedding officiating is not for me, right? Because this is the thing, fingerprinting, six-figure business, six, seven-figure business, if I'm being honest, probably even eight figures. I don't know because I haven't talked to anybody making eight figures. Fingerprinting is a seven-figure business? Absolutely. What was the other one? Field inspections. I have yet to meet a six-figure field inspector only. Not saying it doesn't exist, because if you do home inspections, which require a license, absolutely all day, right? As soon as I meet my first six-figure field inspector, then I'll tell you guys emphatically, yes, field inspector, six-figure business. But either way it goes, you can make decent money in field inspection depending on your market and depending on what kind you're getting. Because I've seen them range all like literally $5 each. In my market, all the way up to 35, 45, 55. I don't think I've gotten anything higher than that. But also, I've seen individuals, and I got to see, you can't just tell me anything to believe it. I've seen individuals with the orders that falls under field inspection, $250. I'm like, cool. But again, that wasn't every day. So in my mind, if you're going in and your market is lucrative, of course you can make that money. Six-figure business. Wedding officiating, six-figure business, if not seven figures. I have not met a seven-figure, but I'm pretty sure it's out there. Because y'all see these weddings where they be paying $60, $70, $80,000. That wedding official is like, yeah, my fee is $5,000, $10,000 to show up. They'll pay it easy. So I'm pretty sure it can be up there as well. So this is why I don't do all those things. That's in notary and apostille, right? That's six to seven figure businesses right there. The boy only had time to run one six-figure business, and I haven't even made it to six figures yet. And I do apostilles, obviously, because that's my offset when notary's slow. Let's keep on going on the list. What you talking about? Wills or Clubhouse? Oh, Willis. Yeah, Diana. Sorry, I know you mentioned it a minute ago. Yeah, I was talking about Clubhouse earlier. What is it? It's the I can't check because my phone. I'm using my phone, but it's like the Super Notary Mom's room. That's the one I was in this morning. Benefits of the NNA. Yep, that was discussed as well. So benefits of the NNA. I won't be able to do a full recap of that one because I did have an appointment during that entire session. But if y'all sign up for the NNA, definitely you already know the benefits you have. And if you don't, reach out and ask them what the benefits are. If you don't know what the NNA is, it's the National Notary Association. It's where a lot of people go to get their training, their insurances, bonds, all that kind of stuff, right? And supplies. My notary stamp, seal, my crimper, all of that. Rethinking tools all comes from the NNA just because I like that during my 4-year commission, because we only have 4 years here in Georgia, during my 4-year commission, if my stamp breaks, all I have to do is just pay the $12 or whatever it is for shipping, it will automatically go ahead and send it out. So in essence, my stamp is insured during the entirety of my commission. That's why I really like ordering from NNA. I know other companies out there have the same thing, but that's what I really liked that's why I like to go with them. What are the benefits of NNA? I paid for the membership and would like to know. See, I'm sorry. You're like, oh, I want to know. I don't even know because I had an appointment during that time. Um, I would just call the hotline if you have access to the hotline, or just send them an email and say, hey, what are my full member benefits? And if somebody here that was on that call, definitely share in the chat what was the benefits. Oh my gosh. Angela, how's it going? Hey, Strickler, I was thinking about you last couple of days. I'm like, I had a kiss Angela off. She don't want to hang out with me anymore. She keeps saying that she's busy and trying to like be the top student in her paralegal degree. yada yada yada. She just don't like me. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. But no, I really was thinking about you the other day, multiple times this week. So I'm glad you showed up because I was going to reach out. It's been a minute. I just need to know what's going on with your journey. Like how are you? How are things going? Are you I know you're not done, but like, are you making real good progress? Um, because I'm excited. I'm excited. Diane says she worked for personal injury attorneys. Look, and like I just my 2, 3 experiences probably were just, and so then I was like, okay, I'm gonna write them off. I keep saying I'm gonna go back to them. I'm gonna go back to them. I just have not done that just yet, right? Diane, what's your experience with your personal injury, your PI attorneys? They're probably just fine, right? It was just me, and I just got people that are antsy that day. Sky Boutiques, how's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. Angela says, let's catch up. Yeah, let's catch up. Tomorrow, I'll see if I have time over the weekend. Tomorrow is packed for me. Because I try to, like, somebody say, let's catch up. I try to do it the next day or I'm going to forget. But cool, cool, cool. Okay, you start back up next week for summer. Got it. Okay, let's catch up. Diane says her experience have been absolutely great with her PI attorneys, those personal injury attorneys. So yeah, maybe I just had like 3 weird experiences in a row. And then to top it right off the top of it, like the next one after those, literally the next one was a really nasty divorce. And so I was like, you know what? Uncontested divorces only, and no more PI attorneys. That's it. So I made that decision. But guess what? Me making that decision opened up that market for somebody else, right? I think Uncle Griff said this. He was like, "There's a lot of people, y'all know we don't talk a lot about what is known as loan signings over here because I just took it out of my business. I just don't deal with that unless I'm working directly with a real estate attorney here in the state of Georgia." But Uncle Griff said for him, in his experience, a lot of notaries didn't want to work after, like during the dark hours at night, after night, right? And they didn't want to touch reverse mortgages. So that opened up the market for him. So when he got his start, that's all he did. He became the I work after dark reverse mortgage guy, right? Hey, Florida girls, how's it going? So that's the thing that he did, and that opened up a huge market for him to step in and generate, like, make all of that revenue that was just sitting on the table because nobody wanted to take that pie. So again, with me not wanting to do PI attorneys and also notary divorce cases and all that kind of stuff, unless it's uncontested divorce, that opens up the market for y'all. Y'all know what area I'm in. Y'all know who to serve. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, dang. I've been looking stuff over on, what did they say? They say serve physically done for the day. Now the behind the scenes stuff. See, business owner stuff does not end if you're like, when you're done with the appointment, there's still things we got to do. And they also says you have to know the business cycle, got to know when to revamp or when to tap out, right? So, like, I mean, like for me, tapping out was when I made that decision on fingerprinting. I tapped out just because, and look, I did do ink and roll for a while after I decided to close the live scan down. I could have gotten another office somewhere else on a different side of town and probably done fine, right? But I was locked into a contract for my lease because we can't do live scan at your house, right? You got to be a brick and mortar business. And so I had to get a lease. I had to get a lease. I was locked into that lease. And every month, the equipment itself was, I think, it was like $849 a month. 849 a month. When I was getting clients, great. But when I went a week, no appointments. 2 weeks, no appointments. Adjusted the marketing ads, no appointments. I'm like, oh look, I can't do this. I think I floated it for 3 months, and I was like, I can't do this. I'm losing too much money, right? I can't do this. So I decided to go ahead and pull the plug at that point. Still got stuff to pay off, but at least it stopped there, right? Instead of going up every single month. So yeah, that's when I decided I needed to tap out of that market. Um, I needed to tap out. And I looked at all the alternatives. I looked at getting a contract with Field Print and all that kind of stuff. And like my office setup was a little bit difficult for it, but also there was another Field Print agent too close to me. I would have had to still again move my office like 2 miles away from where I was to be able to get that influx of business, right? Um, so that was the thing. I decided to tap out. So another event that I attended. So hopefully, I don't know if that helped. I want to actually give some real good stuff that I realized that I can't find my notes. I took some good notes, and I can't remember them all. But another event that I attended, this will be good news for you guys that do a lot of RON stuff, remote online notaries. I did that Zoom call with Ronnie when Notary starters, and I just wanted to check them out. I never attended anything that they do. Right, I never attend any of their stuff, so I wanted to check them out and see the legitness of it, because I know I'm gonna keep it real with you. If I don't think somebody's stuff is good, I mean, I'm not gonna badmouth them, obviously, because that's not cool. But I will just let you know from my experience, like, hey, um, these are the things I liked. These are things that could be improved. So again, this was just one experience that I got, but luckily I got to hear it twice. So Ronnie's training about Ron and marketing your Ron services, hands down, was the best damn marketing training that I have ever heard for growing a notary business online, right? Not just saying, oh, online because you can do wrong, but I'm talking about if you are not a person that likes to market in person, I'm pointing to me, you, Ladero. If you're not an in person marketer and you want to market on the interwebs, that training, that was just an introduction to the training, right? That was some of the best damn introduction to the training. I have not gone through training yet, to be transparent, but I plan to. I plan to. Um, and I'll tell you some of the downsides that I think will be a downside for me, not for everybody, but just for me, right? That was some of the best damn stuff that I heard, because the stuff that he's talking about, people are not talking about it. And I'm not here to pitch something because I don't make no money if y'all buy it. But if you do go over there, let them know I sent you. That I still don't make money, but at least my name gets mentioned, right? Let me get some type of clout for it. His training was some of the best stuff that I've seen out there when it comes to building a business online. And again, I don't know all the things. I'm not the extreme tech person on that marketing side, right? He does have a marketing agency, so he definitely knows a lot more things than I do. Period. I'm trying to get him to, probably do something, just training for me. But if I have to just sign up for all the training and everybody else signs up for, then fine, I'll do that for a little bit. But yeah, it's some really good stuff, like the tactics he's talking about, the way that you do the stuff, and it's not crazy. Like I mean, there's some work to it. Don't get me wrong, there's some work to it. But just learning the marketing stuff that he's saying just from that Zoom webinar, I was like, it'll be beneficial. Period. Like I was trying to sign up on the call and I couldn't. I was told not to. Um, by Ronnie. So I think he's gonna probably try to do something special for me. Maybe, I don't know, but he was like, "Hey, don't sign up yet." But I'm like, I have my card. I just want to click the button and sign up for the training. Other things that I thought, this is more so for me, so I probably won't talk about all of these. But some of the really cool things that he was talking about, especially on our websites, we don't. Uh, I'll just say some things, but if y'all are interested, y'all gotta go look at it. First of all, like telling people on your website exactly where you serve, who you serve. If you serve hospitals, this is something I haven't even done. List all the dang on hospitals in your area on your website, doing SEO and all that kind of stuff, right? Start mentioning it more. Start mentioning it, or like marketing individually to zip codes. Because I'm like, yeah, I help, I assist Lawrenceville. I'm in Gwinnett County. I say Central Gwinnett. I do Lawrenceville. I do Suwannee. I do Beaufort and all that kind of stuff. Within Lawrenceville, there's like 5 zip codes. So let's narrow, like niche down even further and start marketing to those zip codes, which blew my mind, right? I mean, I know if I'm running Google ads, and all this is free, by the way. I mean, not free, but this is not like ads that you're running. Not yet. Not yet. I didn't even see the ad stuff that he was talking about. I had to go. I don't even know if he covered it. I just had a few payments I need to bounce for, but it was really good stuff. And another thing that he was talking about, I'm not going to share this just because I have questions on it. But let's just say the things that I personally, um, if I go in there and I see the value that he was talking about on his Zoom, if I just get a fraction of that, I will be happy. This is going to be the downside for me here in Georgia, because Ronnie owns a signing service, right? And a lot of the training will circle around creating your signing service profile, marketing to title companies, marketing direct, marketing to signing services. That part is a no-go for me, right? I don't do that in my business. That's not for me. But I'm not. There's nothing saying that I can't replace title company with real estate attorney if you wanted to, right? Or um, family law attorney, right? I mean, the marketing may be slightly different, but if he's teaching us how to do this stuff online, it's still going to be beneficial. I'm just super excited for the website stuff, for the ads. If he does talk about ads, I don't even know if he does. That's why I want to ask him. I'm like, hey, are you going to talk about ads? Because that's all. That's where my brain is focused